Hey, I'm recording. The twins are in the back sleeping. It's nap time. And I'm trying to get this information out to you. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully they don't wake up. Hey guys, this is Realtor Pamela Lewis, broker of Realty Executives and team lead for Team McKinney. Oh my gosh, this is your first time checking out my channel? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Have you checked me out before? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. You are keeping me going with doing all these videos, so I appreciate all the love that I've had. And so, hey, I want to be able to bring you an episode today about new construction. This up is going to be the pros and cons of buying new construction. Wait for it. Hey, so the number one pro of new construction is you get to pick most of the features with some of the builders, not all builders. Some builders actually will have maybe 3 options of designs you can choose from for homes. Now, you do have to keep in mind, the builders usually have for each lot have certain looks that they want on each lot. So take that in consideration. When you go to a builder's site, they're going to show you different plans. And I know with COVID-19 is happening now, a lot of the things they're going to have is online. And they'll be able to show you the different plans they have. They'll show you the standard features. Make sure you want to know that, because you are already, so you've been following Realtor Pamela Lewis's channel, one of the things you're going to be doing when you're looking for a home is having your needs and wants, right? So for new construction, you want to have your list that says the features that are super important to you. And then you want to look at what the builder offers for their standard features. And then you want to see what their upgrade list is. And so from there, you typically can pick what your upgrades you want to have, or sometimes the builders may already offer what you're looking for, even better, because it's already added into the price. But the additional features, you have to be aware of this, is that it is an additional cost most of the time. Some builders will give incentives for you to do upgrades, but you have to watch out for those sales. Second pro of purchasing new construction, you're going to be the first one to live in the house. Isn't that awesome? I have been with some buyers who just get really skittish when they go to look at properties with people who live in the homes, or people who still live in the homes if they're at work or they just left the house for a showing. Some people get really skittish about that. I totally get it. So that's one of the cool things of buying new construction. You'll be the first one to live in the home. The third pro of owning new construction, you usually can get a good deal, especially on phase 1 or the last phase. Usually the first phase, the builder is really trying to get the properties to start moving. So they usually have some good incentive to get the first contracts on the homes. And then usually on the last phase, the builder will give even more incentives because they want to close out that project. So your fourth pro of buying new construction, sometimes your upgrades can be cheaper if you go through the builder than if you try to do them on your own. And the reason for that is the builder has subcontractors they typically use. And since the subcontractors are doing work for the builder, I guess the best way to say it, in bulk, they're doing more than one project for the builder. So typically the prices would be cheaper than you having a contractor just come to your one house to do the work for you. So I have found that sometimes for electrical work, in-ground sprinklers, fencing, sometimes the contractors that the builder uses can be a little bit more cheaper for the subcontractor to come out and do the work for you. So make sure you check that out too. So the fifth pro of buying new construction, you can have your favorite realtor come out and help you with the transaction, so they can come out and represent you. So one tip here is, if you go to a new home site, they're going to ask you to register. So anytime you go into one, they want you to register, which is giving your name, your email, your phone number, your address. When are you looking to move? one important question they're going to ask you is, do you have an agent? If you put on there no, and let's just say you keep going back because you're falling in love with the homes, and then maybe a few months later you decide you want to actually purchase, and then you say, I think I should use an agent, because you need to know the site agent, they're all so lovely and so nice, but they work for the builder. They don't work for you. So you want to have somebody there like myself or any other agent who is your favorite, have them there to come represent you, because you'll have somebody working for you. One question you probably have in your mind is, who the heck is paying for that? The builder. They already have a set up commission that they usually pay another agent to, I should say another broker, another brokerage to cooperate with the builder. So it costs you no money for somebody to come and represent you. So why not call your favorite realtor to come represent you? Okay, we're gonna jump right into the cons. So the number one con that I can always think of for new construction is you usually have to wait. Usually 6 months, sometimes 9 months, just depending on how much house you're getting built, and also depending on what seasons are transitioning over those 6 to 9 months. If you're purchasing like in the fourth quarter, depending on where you live, you could have a whole season change, which becomes snowy. So not that snow stops from building, but frozen ground does stop people from starting with the foundation. So that's going to be difficult. Depending on if you're between that tornado season, hurricane season, that could slow down the process too. So you got to have some time for new construction. But there is a neat trick here too. The builders sometimes will have inventory homes. So if you see that, this will make sense to you now. Inventory homes are homes that are already built, or they're usually built and the builder has already selected the features that are going to be in the house. That's how they derive to that price that you'll see advertised. The only drawback there is you're going to buy a house that's new construction. Yes, you'll be the first one living there, but you may not like all the options that the builder's already picked. Will the builder change them? It just depends. Depends what phase they're in. Depends how hot they're selling. They could change them for you, but they might do it for a little bit of a price. So that's something for you to know too. Number 2 con of buying new construction is the yards are usually cute. They're usually really small, but I have a workaround that. It may not work for every new home site you're looking at, but what I would do is you should request a copy of the site plan. And so that will tell you, and to find out what available lots on the site plan are still available, because then it will make sense to you. Because you don't want to look at the site plan and you're actually picking lots that are already purchased by other people. So check for corner units or corner lots. They usually have a little bit higher premium price, but it might be worth it because the lot may be bigger than the other interior lots. And then look for lots that back up to green space or back up to the water or swamp. I know you're thinking, ooh, swamp, I don't want mosquitoes, but call me like Mosquito Joe or somebody. You'll be fine. I'm trying to give you a tip of how to get you a little bit bigger yard. So if you back up to green space or to like a wooded lot or to, you can, when you open your fence, you'll look like you have a bigger yard when you're hanging outside. But just make sure, check the city plans for wherever you're purchasing, especially if you're going to be next to a wooded lot, to make sure there's no other plans for another development. You may not find that out today. Keep a pulse on it, because I would hate for you to buy a house that has a wooded lot and then 3 to 5 years later down the road it gets developed, and then you have neighbors in your backyard, and the whole point of you buying that lot was so you have no neighbors. But that can't happen. The third con of buying new construction. So I talked about the first con, which is the time frame, right? Could take 6, could take 9 months if you don't buy an inventory home. Your credit profile can change. It could change. Yes. So your credit profile could change. That means you need to be on your P's and your Q's while you're waiting for that house to be finished. So no getting new credit cards. No going to buy things on your credit. Don't get anybody to pull it. Don't do anything but to pay down your debt.
But when you pay down your debt, don't have stuff closed, because that will change your whole credit profile. Don't be late on any of your items. It might even be better to go on auto draft to make sure none of your stuff has changed. Make sure you don't have any non-sufficient fees on your bank account. So make sure, if you're like me, sometimes you got to transfer from one account to the other. You better be on your P's and Q's while you're waiting for that house to be built, because you don't want your credit profile to change. That could throw you way out of the ball field of even buying that new home. And I would hate for that to happen. That would be so sad. So the fourth con of buying new construction: the features you want may not be achievable. You know, buying new construction is like buying a car. They get you in for the entry price and you're thinking, yeah, I can afford that. And then you get there and you find out, how much does this cost? Because the features that the builder will give you are standard features. Let's say vinyl floor. Let's say you hate vinyl floor. Let's say you hate carpet. That's usually a standard feature. And some builders will give you more of a, laminate flooring, but maybe you like hardwood. So when you sit down, and I'll have another video, one of the videos that we're going to be having is I'm going to walk you through the process of new construction. But during that process, you are going to go through all your features and you're going to get pricing for all of them. So I just want to let you guys know, when you see the pricing for new construction, know that's like buying a car. That is usually not your price of out the door. Usually that's only for the people who say, you know what, I'm just going to take the standard features that the builder gave me. And usually I find out those people aren't totally happy with the house after a couple years of living there because they didn't go for the upgrades. So you got to kind of hold to your guns as far as you'll know how much loan you can afford. So that's going to max you out. Two, you want to kind of know what are your like deal breakers for upgrades, because you may have to shop builders that way. Some builders will give you your wood floors as a standard feature. Well, you may want to go with that builder. But just another tip too, check your reviews on your builders. Before you write a contract, take my recommendation from Realtor Pamela. Check the reviews on the builder. See what the people who have bought from that builder, see what they're saying after they moved in. Because all those new construction homes are beautiful. But you want to find out how they actually function and how they really work for the people once they live in the property. That's the real deal.
Okay, so the fifth con, and if you see my lighting change, I have a little minion sitting next to me, my little Justin. Anyway, so the fifth con for buying new construction is sometimes the builders are a little stingy. No. Sometimes the builders are a little stingy with their incentives. You know, when you go to a new home site, they typically don't want to offer you a refrigerator. And most people don't know that until they close. And they're like, where's my refrigerator? So look at the standard features. Is the builder offering that? One little trick that I usually do for my clients when we buy new construction is I request a refrigerator. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get it. Sometimes washer and dryer. You know, usually the builder has some type of account somewhere that they could get the appliance cheaper than what you could being just a solo person. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't hurt to ask. It's my philosophy. You never know. You may come up with something good. Also, too, you're going to see builders are going to say, oh, we'll pay all your closing costs as long as you use our mortgage company and our attorney. Well, you got to remember, all those people are working for the builder. So, yeah, they're going to give you closing costs because all those people are pitching in money for them to be able to get that business from the builder. Well, you need to weigh your options. You know, closing costs are anywhere between 3 to 4% of the purchase price. Does it make sense for you to use their mortgage company? Are you going to get 100% financing? May not make sense for you to use their mortgage company if their mortgage company is not offering you 4%. If their mortgage company is not offering you 100% financing. So you got to kind of weigh those options. Also, the mortgage you're getting, does it have mortgage insurance in there? Maybe it doesn't. But maybe the lender that the builder is using is offering you a loan with mortgage insurance. Typically, the builder's mortgage lender is going to offer you a VA loan, which is standard with everybody, right? No down payment. So that's pretty cool. You're good if you're doing a VA. because that's pretty standard on what they charge. But if you're going to do FHA or conventional, FHA standard with their down payment, but maybe instead of you doing an FHA loan, maybe you really want to do 100% financing conventional loan. So you got to really weigh out what you're doing. So typically I'll have my buyers get pre-approved by a lender. So at least when we go look for new construction, we know what price range you're in. One of the things I hear, and I hate that this happens for some people, is they go out, look for new construction, they fall in love with a site, not in their price range, they get declined by the loan officer, or the loan officer can't get them approved for the price of home they're looking for, because remember, the price of the new construction is not always the real price, because it's like buying a car. You're going to want additional features that the builder's not offering. So why not go ahead and get pre-approved by another lender for a loan that you love, right? Then find out who the builder is using, and then look up their loan products to see if that even matches up or is better than what you have. You know, if you're already putting a down payment down, for somebody to pay 3 and 4% closing costs for you, and you're not getting it as a great loan as you could, it may not be worth it to you. But if you're getting an FHA loan with a lender that's not the builder's lender, and the builder's lender does FHA loan, it may be worth it to you. It's the same loan product, it's just a different person packaging the loan. So sorry with all the chaos, but my little buddy Justin here wanted to be in the video. And hopefully that helps you out.
So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as my son said in one of the previous videos, hit that bell, boom, and that'll give you a notification when new videos come out every Friday about something that can help you out in your real estate journey, whether you're buying, selling, or even renting. Thank you so much for coming out to check this video. We'll have 2 more series or 2 more episodes on new construction, but send this video out to your friends and family. Anybody you think that's considering new construction or considering buying, send them this video. See what they think. Hopefully it helps them out. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great day.